Victor Santa Cruz, head coach of Azusa Pacific football. Getting ready for the 2016 season. You've got your season opener on the first day that you guys can play this Thursday night against West Texas A&M.
Right.
To start us off, what has you most excited about kicking off this season?
Man, I tell you, this is it's good to be back. It's good to have this season rolling. It's good to any chance to be on the football field and get a chance to play the game. It's a lot of work to get ourselves ready for this moment. You start from recruiting to spring to everything going on. But what gets me the most excited is just who this team is, the people on this team. Collectively, their spirit, their brotherhood, their desire to get better and grow every day. I think that's something as a coach. Yeah, it's just there's so many hours you spend in this job. You're going to be around these players so much. Then this is a fun team to be around. So I really enjoy them. Yeah.
How much can you figure out about your team's personality or their characteristics from fall camp compared to once you roll out and play a game?
This is my 11th season as a head football coach, and so now you start to pick up on some different cues and things that you're looking for. Of hey, what makes a good chemistry team? The things I've noticed throughout this whole camp has been their willingness to help each other, their willingness to learn, to take coaching, their willingness to coach each other, so support each other, the willingness to, even in the film room, be excited for each other's success. And then if somebody does make a mistake, be right there to help that young person understand, okay, here's where you can get better, even if that person's in the same position. And so that to me speaks a lot about who this team is. They understand the game of football is not one person. Different, basketball is a different sport. You can have one Michael Jordan, and that really can take things over. The game of football, you need everyone. It's that whole 11-to-1 ratio that we constantly talk about. And there's a collective unity and spirit of they're all competitive though. It's really competitive camp. These guys are flying around to show themselves on film. But there's that competitiveness doesn't disjoint the unity that we're trying to create, and that's pretty special.
Coach, you probably still have a few players who were part of the back-to-back conference championship teams, or players who came to APU because of that success. It didn't, you fell a little bit back last year. Yeah. Are they carrying that, to get back to that level?
Yeah, I think from the recruiting process to the guys who are in the program to the day-to-day operations of everything that we do here, we tell them is that we don't ask permission to be great. We don't ask permission to go and win. And so we want them to have the vision to say, hey, if there's a championship to be won, let's go for it. Let's move ourselves in a very purposeful manner of saying, is this helping us take a step forward to winning a championship? So in my convictions and our program's convictions, and we talk about we're building champions while pursuing championships, we're trying to build a young person here through the vehicle of football that says, hey, you know what? It's okay for me to strive for the goal. It's okay for me to work in a way to say, let's achieve it all. But now, how do I do that? And that's the how-to is really, I think, where our program does an outstanding job from all the coaches and from the top down of our whole university of helping these young people understand, hey, here is the how-to. Here is the every step making. Let's just not dream about it, but let's put some action in it. So, Steve, to say I think it's an everyday operation, it's an everyday mindset we have around here is that, hey, we want to be the very best we can be with this day, this win today attitude. And that's what I think I'm seeing throughout this whole program right now is a bunch of guys who just say, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's try to be the best at it. And we know that, not only was week 1, but week 2, week 3, all the weeks after it, you're going to have an opponent who is an outstanding football team. And so they're going to demand your best, so you better bring your best every single day as you prepare for it all.
Coach, just talk a little about your opponent this week. Obviously, you played them before, but it's a new year, so just talk about what they bring to the table, and also how difficult is it to game plan when to start a new season? Yeah,
week 1, no matter who you're playing, is always a challenge because every opponent you're going to have is going to have new wrinkles, and then you also want to see who your team is when the live fire happens too. So I think we have a good idea who our team will be, But then, you know, when that first game is really the best tool to say, hey, here's where we're at, what we need to grow in. And then you go from how do you grow from week 1 to week 2. So West Texas provides us an opportunity to really test ourselves, because they're going to be across the board athletic, across the board strong, across the board fast and physical. Coach Nesbitt does an outstanding job with his program over there. And, you know, we know from the last 2 times we played them is that then this is all, you know, it's a lot of football. They're great. They're a great football team. They're going to play the full 4 quarters. So, you know, they'll show us new wrinkles that aren't on film yet. And, you know, I know that, you know, that they're very good with the way they plan their offense, the way they plan their defense, with the hires they made with their coordinators. I think they did a good job with that. You know, we've done all of our study as best we can, but now it comes back to we've got to put our eyes on ourselves and say, let's just be the best us come Thursday night. If we be the best us come Thursday night, I think, you know, no matter what, that's a big step forward for the program.
How's competition been for specific spots during camp?
Yeah.
And how much is that going to create solid depth for this opener and as we move forward?
Yeah, I think for the recruiting classes, the last few recruiting classes that have come through, our coaching staff did a great job, and the brand's getting out there. I think high school coaches understand this is a place that they really like their players to be at. The players are going to be taken care of in regards to the collective environment, the community they're going to be a part of. Their players are going to have a chance to play at a very high level. Their players that come here are going to have all the exposure to the NFL opportunities or pro opportunities, but more importantly, they're going to get an education that's just going to really build them up to serve them well for their whole life. So in that's brought in these recruiting classes now that are creating some competition like no other in our camp. I mean, the speed, the desire that guys have to get on the field, to show their very best. That's what you want, and I think that's where I'm really proud of my football staff of bringing in those type of top-tier quality players, character first, and also when it comes to the competition and the athleticism. So competition always makes everything better. It's that you know, the reversion to the mean principle. Whatever your mean is, you're going to revert down to it, and our mean has substantially taken a pretty big step forward and elevated. So that, man, there's a competition every single day. I think every drill we have, guys are competing.
Last year's game against West Texas A&M had, you know, 2 different games, 2 different halves.
Yeah.
With that in mind, and then knowing what you know about your team this year, what are some key matchups or key areas that will determine what, if you get the success you want?
Yeah, well, the thing you're going to have to do, and I'll speak West Texas offense, is their quarterback play. They make really quick decisions. You know, they're going to get the ball out fast, and the perimeter game is going to be such with all the different jailbreak screen opportunities that they're going to try to create. Those screen opportunities they're trying to turn into big strike play opportunities. You know, so if your eyes are wrong, all that challenges you. I think in the box, when it comes to their run game, I mean, their running back, they're returning. I think he's a thick, solid runner. He's a physical downhill guy. O-line play, every time I've seen them on film, is always going to be a good O-line. So defensively, you know, their new defensive coordinator they have, you know, with the 4-2-5 type of style that they have, they're going to be attacking. They're going to bring pressure. They're going to try to create some chaos, and they're going to run. And so now on that, you know, with our group, we are, you know, you say take a play at a time. And I think if you look at last year's game, it's just, hey, there's going to be it's a heavyweight fight. There's going to be some hits on the chin, and you're going to have to be able to rebound and keep moving for it. So I know this is going to be 4 quarters of absolute fun for the fans, and it's going to be a heck of a football game, and I think it's why you sign up to play college football here.
You talked about the fans. Know, classes are starting on Wednesday, first game Thursday. I think you've been asked to speak at the pregame tailgate before the game. What message do you think you're going to send to the students? And what do you want to tell those fans that are going to be there on Thursday?
Well, the zoo is exactly that. It's a zoo. It's crazy. It's fun. It's a blast. And then the way that, you know, even this year the fans are going to be running through the tunnel, on the field. I think that's why they chose a school like Azusa Pacific. You're getting it all here. You're getting the quality education, but you're getting the full college experience with the football program, with all the athletics that you have a chance to go see some competitive athletics. But I think you're going to see our fan base when they're in the stands. It makes so much noise where our stadium's just rocking, and you know, it's a hostile place to play, and our fans, they make it that way. it should be a zoo, and that's who they are. And for all the fans that are coming out, from the student sections to the adults to the long-term fans to the kids that come, I think everybody has an outstanding time, because this is that unique college football brand where you can take the whole family to. The ticket prices are priced right, and you can get to it, and you're going to walk away going, man, that was just a full day of fun. It was great.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you very much.